Outdoors Brews and BBQ is a proud member of the Penthouse Podcast Network.
All guests are over the age of 21 and are legally allowed to imbibe responsibly.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode
In the spirit of Chris.
In the Spirit of Chris. Not that Chris has passed away or anything, guys.
No,
Chris is
yeah,
still
no,
very
no.
much well alive.
Yes, he is kicking for us.
All right, man. We in June, bro.
What up?
It's now.
It's Hyro. It's your boy. We here. We out here.
We are now
What we
1
doing?
year and 1 month.
1 year. God.
1 year and 1 month
dang.
into this podcast.
What?
We have tasted a shit ton of different beers in the last year and a month.
He had more
Some of
beers.
the- some
I
of
would
those
say
beers-
a lot of beers I've definitely have not tasted ever in my life.
Some of those beers
You know,
function
this-
like
this is
laxatives.
Fucking interesting. Shut the fuck up. I don't know what that happened in my life. I think it was a mixture of everything I had at once.
But also talking about June, we
And Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
You know what's
just
up, Chen?
passed. Um,
Juneteenth.
we also in the middle. We
You know
just
what's up?
begun
Celebrating
hurricane season,
hurricane season.
bro. For it being June, I really don't
Bopple,
start
it's
worrying.
been raining pretty.
I
And
don't-
it's
I don't
it's
really worry about
hurricane season's around my birthday. That's when the real
Right.
shit hits.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to. I really don't worry about hurricane season until we get into August.
yeah, that's
At the
that's-
beginning of the summer, I mean, yeah,
But
it's
it feels
expected
like
to rain.
we're starting to get some. It's a little. It's the rainy season, but it's definitely getting
Bro,
a
there was
little
some-
crazier than normal.
I the other day would have loved to have gone out west and tried to photograph some lightning.
Anoche,
because
last night
there
was what,
was-
like there was some
It was
straight up
one
lightning.
after the
I was seeing
other,
them and I
bro.
was counting. I was like, how far away is that? Oh yeah, like 20 miles away. Cool. I was like doing the whole 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi when I
Yep.
saw.
But if we really think about it, also, there's already a damn tropical storm in the Atlantic,
Yeah,
which is very early on.
yeah,
Typically, we don't have tropical storms out there this early in the season.
yeah. Like normally it's just the rainy season. Like normally we're just getting a bunch of rain. We're just freaking getting soaked up every once in a while. You gotta stay in your car with the windows up. Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
but it's been a little crazy. It's like a lot more thunder and a lot more strong winds than normal.
I also feel we've been lucky and fortunate these last few years. Knock on wood.
Nah,
I don't want.
no.
I don't want to jinx the shit right off
Once
the
you
bat.
said that, I was like, I need to knock on something.
Yeah.
Irma was bad. Chen's talking about Irma.
Irma was bad, but Irma was back in 2018, right?
Yeah. Irma hit us, but it didn't hit us. You know.
Right. Its real point of like destruction was more of the Keys
Yeah.
than anything else.
It's definitely shifted. It went like around us and went like bloop.
And
it,
we
like,
were
cut
fortunate.
around. Yeah. Actually, I did not have power. I have to say, like with Irma, I didn't have power for a week.
Yeah, I'm on that same boat. I was out of power for about
So we
10 days.
we were
or
on
so.
generators. So I'm glad we have like generators.
I was out of
'Cause-
power for about 10 days.
Because you guys knowing just so you know, people who are not from Florida or Miami, there's different grids. I'm on that older grid. So because of being on an older power grid, a lot of us lose power a little easier than the other grids. Because my
Right.
older brother, who lives less than a mile up from me, had power the whole time. We would go to his house to take a fucking nice hot shower.
Hey,
we
man.
would like he had power, AC was great. We go back to our house. Bleh.
I
But we
gave
had
it-
generators, so we weren't too bad. We
I
weren't
bought
too bad.
water. I bought, make sure the first aid kit was stocked up.
Yeah,
if-
we gotta
we
definitely
bought
stock
some
up.
canned food just in case. But by day 3, bro, I was taking shit out of the freezer and I was starting to just cook everything outside because you're going 72 plus hours with no power.
Mm-hmm.
Your freezer ain't only gonna stay cold so long.
Yeah.
All right,
That's unless you have a generator.
unless you got a generator.
That's
No.
so. That's why talking about that electric generator that you had. You were talking about
Oh, the Jack.
wow back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've already
Hey,
tested
some
it.
of those.
I tested it with the fridge. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna concentrate it on the freezer that my mother-in-law has, and I'm just gonna throw everything into the freezer.
and just use the Jackery
Because
on that.
The Jackery throughout the day, it's gonna run while the sun's hitting the solar panels without an issue. but come sunset,
It's just all power.
it's
That
going to
moment.
run off the battery for about a good 4.5 to 5
Mm-hmm.
hours, and then it won't turn back on until the sun rises the following day. All right, so that freezing everything, I think, is going to be the ideal thing. But I'm thirsty, bro. Let's get this shit rolling. I'm ready for drink number
thirsty.
one.
I'm still feeling what we drank earlier, but
That too. But I'm ready for tasting a double IPA.
double IPA.
Or you want to start off with a sour? They're
IPA?
both about the same
Let's-
APV, bro.
I say we start off with the sour
Start off with a sour.
because we know you don't like sours very much, so we might as well get it out of the way if you
All
don't
right,
like it.
Let's do it then. Let's go for a sour smoothie pastry ale, is what they considered it. It's called the Paxki. Paxki. I can't say that shit right. Paxki XL.
Pack Z. Zeke. Yeah, I don't even know.
Paxki.
I don't even know how to freaking say that.
Yeah,
That is another name on its own.
Let's get some of this. We're only gonna open one, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want the whole?
Yeah,
I
nah,
don't-
not today. Yeah. I know you guys love me chugging everything in my life, but definitely not chugging anything today.
Ooh, it's got a nice color to it.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Chen, you want
Very
a bit?
nice.
You want a bit? Just taste it.
Chen just wants a bit. He wants a little taste. A smorgasbord. A smidgy. A tiny bit. Chen. Un chin chin.
I'm gonna take some more out of this, Hyro, so you don't crap your life out tonight. Huh?
Just
Me
see,
wanna
I
get
know.
the other can.
Hey, I have no shame, bruh. It's just I don't know what I think it's a mixture of everything that I've had today, which I haven't slept much either. I was
Okay.
drinking last night. I was drinking this morning. Was
So-
drinking responsibly this evening or this
damn.
afternoon with you.
Damn.
So it does catch up with you.
You get, yeah. Well, that's why we only do a small pours.
And then what? We were last I saw you was 2 hours ago.
more or less.
3 hours ago. It was, yeah.
But going back to Paxki, from what I found out this afternoon, and I couldn't find much of a description on this beer, other than there might be some vanilla and almond notes in the tasting of this beer, other than its fruity flavorness that should be expected. Paxki in Polish stands for donuts.
Really?
The beer is from Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
from a brewery called the Brewing Project. Project is spelled with a KT at the end. That's how that brewery is spelled.
The Brewing Project, Paxi XL.
So you let me know what you think about it. What do you taste in it?
Definitely a sour. Not too bad.
Not bad. I don't like sour. And
Yeah, you do not. This has very. I think we were talking about earlier about like sours having lactose in it. Definitely milky.
This definitely has lactose in it. This ain't gonna help you in your scenario.
Yeah,
bro.
so if you lactose intolerant, this is not gonna help you.
You're
but-
definitely gonna shit your life out tonight.
Yeah, just like that, Chet. But it's not bad.
It's not bad.
This
I
is-
would
this is
consider this like a
actually-
dessert beer.
Yeah, definitely not gonna have anything. I'm not gonna have this with any type of like meat dish or anything
No.
like that. This is definitely not.
Its sweetness will kill whatever flavor I'm trying to taste from that cooked meat.
Yeah. This is definitely like you're just having a sour. You're gonna pull out a sour out of your ass, basically.
Pretty much.
And just have one just to chill,
Pretty much. I mean,
relax.
would you have this though with like un pastelito?
Uno de guava.
I can
Woo!
have a guava
Queso y
pastelito
guava.
and have
Queso y
and have this
guava.
beer.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't mind
Woo!
a guava pastelito.
Con queso. The one with like queso, not just guava,
or just
but con
or
queso.
just like a slice of guava.
You know, I kind of missed the little shop we had next to us, man.
I
R.I.P.
do.
man. That
I
place.
do.
Ooh.
I
Yeah,
used to
you
call
know,
them.
Mojito.
I used to call them mojones, but
Mojone.
mojitos. The only thing I would get from there was just toasted bread and colada.
Yeah. I remember lots of times we'd leave lunch and we get a colada. Like I
Dude,
don't drink much coffee if y'all don't know me. Like I don't drink coffee at all. Um but every once in a while when you get a colada, I'd be like, yeah, you know, I'll take a couple shots with you. And that's
yep.
just be aware of those people that are not from Miami. Coladas, very fucking potent. Do not,
Colada is
do not
a
take a normal cup of a colada thinking it's just coffee. It is not.
no, not
You
at all.
take a shot of it. You share it with your people. You have maybe 1, 2. If you really needed
Look, bro.
3, and that's it. If not, you drink the whole thing. Woo! Be ready for the rest of your day.
I had a friend from DC down in Miami one time for spring break, and I call him my brother from another mother.
Me?
And, and he was down from DC, and that man saw me have coffee at my grandfather's house, which was exactly that. It was Cuban coffee. It was a colada, and I had, give or take, about half of a colada.
Okay.
All right, so it wasn't just a regular little shot; it was half a colada. And I gave him a pre-warning. He only had a shot.
Mhm.
I had my dogs in the hallway of the house covering their eyeballs with their paw. All right, because it was almost 2, 3 in the morning, and he wouldn't shut the fuck up. I was at that point where I was ready to take the lights out for him. Yeah, just knock him out until the next day. Because I was already exhausted at that point. I was ready to knock out myself.
Yeah.
So-
Colada will get you.
It'll get you.
But it's you know what, those people who from Miami and travel somewhere else, a good little business to open up somewhere else. Open up the little colada shop. Have those newcomers come in with the little cups. You're like, hey, take it to your whole work group. Bye ya.
But while we're finishing this up this hour, let's go back to hurricane season, man. We're officially now midway through June, working our way through the third week of June.
Mm-hmm.
Hurricane season officially begun, even though we really don't start seeing critical, crazy storms until, late summer
August.
into early fall.
Around my birthday.
It's time to start getting ready. So when you start thinking about what you should invest and have on standby already at the house, what are some things that come to mind?
We're talking about generator.
Generator, for sure.
Top.
Generator.
Either freaking gas or electric. A generator is 100 nowadays.
They also have hybrids. They also have gasoline/propane.
I haven't seen those propane ones.
There's gasoline propane ones you can,
which is perfect. Like, to be honest, I would prefer having a mix than just one type. I did not know there was a mix that I've seen, but I've seen electric ones that go solar and can like charge up during the day and last the whole night.
right? Which is kind of like the one that I have.
But they're the big ones. They're the big expensive ones.
Oh yeah, the if you're gonna go a battery powered generator, they're definitely gonna be more pricier than your average gasoline generator. Realistically speaking, depending on the brand, you can get a 2,000 watt gasoline powered generator for about $400.
Yeah,
maybe even a little less because it's only a 2,000 watt generator.
Mm-hmm.
You can get
the gas one is way cheaper than
6,500 watt generator for about $650 to $900.
Yeah,
depending on where you go. If you're looking for a brand that is, something that's well known and something that's going to last you forever, of course the price is going to be higher. Let me give you an example.
Of course, because reliability. Like
that tiny little 2,000 watt Honda generator.
Hondas are what's up.
All right.
Those engines.
That
I would
tiny
say,
little
even as a
2,000
car, I tell people, like, hey, look, you need a beater car. You need something just to get you to work. It's a Honda.
That tiny little 2,000 watt Honda generator,
because they know how to make engines,
is $1,000.
Yeah.
So you're paying half of what the actual wattage you're getting from that generator is. Just
but that'll last you. That will last you.
You're right. It will last you.
That's the thing. Yes, expensive, but reliability,
100%.
bar none. You're not going to get better reliability.
You're right. True on that. Let's think of other things, right? So power outages.
I think all been through that.
All been there, all done that.
Chen shaking his head. He's like, yeah.
Batteries is something you definitely have on your list. Flashlights are definitely something I have on your list.
Flashlights are 100, especially because it's one of those things. Living more of a like suburban life in Miami, because we don't have as like we're sprawled out, so it's not like a city like junction that you're just like everyone's just together. But on your block, everyone has their flashlight, and at night, it's just to make sure everyone's okay. It's one of those things like everyone comes out, has their flashlight, make sure everyone's all right. They'll go like this, they'll flash. Dale.
Canned food. You always want to make sure you have
100
canned food at the house on standby.
Yes.
Your average canned food has an expiration date of a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Have canned food on standby because your frozen goods are only going to last so long if the power's out for over 72
Exactly.
hours.
So right now, more, I would say most people in Miami just eat more canned type foods.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Most of like vegetables and stuff like that.
Most of my shit comes from my freezer.
It's like the thing is like in my house we eat a lot from the freezer, but we do have a lot more canned stuff. It's more to like preparation. So something happens, boom, we have cans. We don't have to be in crazy lines to get more canned food. Like so for us, it's always been we can eat more canned type foods that we still cook and do different things, but we have canned foods. So that if anything gets bad, we know a hurricane. All right, we're gonna slow up. We're not gonna eat any more of that canned food until this comes through, and then we're decent.
This is where the insanity of any preparation for a hurricane a week before the hurricane hits really smacks Miami is water. People wait till the last damn minute to go buy.
We fill up tubs.
That's what my grandparents used to do. They had 2 5-gallon jugs. And they would fill that.
When I say tubs, I don't mean the actual like tub where you shower.
Yeah,
like I mean like
big
mean. Things like and we close them, and it's like that's like you need water. Like doesn't matter, and because like the water still kind of runs, but you're just not 100 sure like if it's good to even drink or even take a shower in.
Well, on this last camping trip I went on, I went to Walmart and I bought for $13. They sell 6-gallon water containers.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I bought 3 of those. So that's 18 gallons worth of water I can have right there on standby as the storm's approaching. Just fill them things up. And then come time to actually have to drink that water, if you want to be safe, you can boil the water and then let it cool down. And then if you have ice, whatever.
It should be good by the time you put it in there.
Yeah.
Then you can drink it from there. But if you want to be safer.
But to be safe and not go through the insanity, you can always.
It's not really after the hurricane that you have to worry about. Like, okay, I don't know what's going on with this water.
To be safe, you guys should just always have at least 2 packs of 40 bottles of water on standby.
Even though some of you that are listening don't go through hurricanes, it's always good just to like these are basic survival guides.
Yep.
To be honest, like in Florida, we go through hurricanes constantly, and we definitely have some basic survival guides we have to go through in our own like lives, just because we go through something that definitely hits us once a year, even though it might not hit us, it haven't hit us like hard and like oh wow, but still we got to be ready for it because you never know. Knock on wood. Knock on. Hold on, man. I gotta go knock on the wood because I got no wood here.
I mean, and it's also about preparing your home, right? Thinking about what loose items do you have outside. If we're going to get winds of 120 plus miles an hour, anything, including a standard size 22-inch Weber, will fly. It will move. So either if it's something that's big, tie it down, or if it's something you can
take it in
inside the house, move it inside the house, because when the wind comes, whatever's
pick
out
it
there
up and throw it, and it turns into danger right for your house. And in my case, we do have a pool, so a lot of things actually get thrown inside the pool because it actually holds everything like it'll take us some water, but it's so deep that it's just like it's not going anywhere. So we throw most of like furniture and stuff, like the outside furniture stuff, into the pool. Okay. So the pool's just filled with just like furniture.
Full of shit. Got it.
It's hilarious.
I mean,
Look
it's
at
gonna
it.
get full of
But
shit
to
either
be
way.
honest, it's like, hey, look, what else are we gonna do? Are we gonna try to bring this in the house in less space, or are we just gonna throw it into the pool? It's meant to be like weather resistant, so once the
Shit,
hurricane
I
passes,
remember when we were talking about Irma earlier on. 2 days before the storm, I look at my mother-in-law. It's like, yo, my barbecue's about to go into your living room.
my
know?
barbecue.
She's like, what are you talking about barbecue in the living room? It's like, yeah, that double barrel smoker / gas grill, it's about to come into your living room. Now, where are you going to put that in my living room? I was like, I don't care. It's going to go right there in the middle. It's just got to go inside the house.
It has to go. Yeah, because that definitely would F up your house.
That
like
for
as soon
sure.
as like if it grabs it and flings it around, definitely hits one of the sliding doors. It's like even if you got some wood, like of course, or well, if you have shutters, I'm sure it'd be fine. If you have wood, it'd probably be decent. But you never know. It's still hitting, and then you lose your
tape ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, you lose your
tape ain't gonna
your
do
grill. That thing's gonna get messed up.
Oh, beer number 1's done.
Yeah. Oh, so we're talking about this.
Going
What
back
is
to
your
this beer.
rating? We didn't even talk about
Paxki.
rating.
For a sour smoothie pastry ale, I'm gonna give it a 3.8.
Damn, that's exactly where I was at. I was like, it's like
It
3.8.
is
Not bad.
Not
Pretty
bad
good.
of a sour.
3.7, Chen? All right.
Not
Chen
bad.
says 3.7. We're all about
We're all on the same boat.
same agreements. Agreements. No, it's the same agreement.
It's funny though how they said vanilla almond notes. I barely tasted any vanilla almond notes. I tasted more of the fruitiness that it had than.
Yeah. It hit me more fruity more than anything. And more like the milkiness of it. Just straight up hit me in the face.
Not a bad beer. Oh, I was about to say this shit's full, but this is the one we didn't open, so hence why it is full.
Yeah, but wasn't bad.
All right, this one we might actually open up both cans, but we'll see.
What do we got next?
So, next one up here is called the Alpha Abstraction Volume 22.
Alpha Extraction Volume 22.
Yep.
That is quite a name.
It is a double imperial ale IPA. Sorry, double imperial IPA.
An IPA.
IPA. Indian Pale Ale. For those who don't know what an IPA or IPA is, it is telling me here that we should have some light kisses of passion fruit, some pineapple,
Ooh.
some peach. Let me see what else.
Sounds quite fruity if
stands
it
out
has
of
all
this
that.
description right off the bat that I can say, hazy, hoppy, and juicy.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here what we get. Oh.
You got one open over there.
Well, I left that one in front of the camera.
Ah, okay.
I have not opened that one yet. And here is Chen's cup, very stuck to one another.
You and me and you. Just to remind everyone, we do record these live. You can see us on YouTube if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcast. So you can
nice color
see how these beers look like on the camera.
This is Chen's cup.
Yeah, look at that. Looks actually very nice.
I don't know if I should put in that much.
Way too much for me.
Some in here.
Actually, not a bad looking can either. Very nice looking. Thank you. I like this. A buffalo. Chen,
your beer ready.
You are welcome, sir.
The buffalo right off the bat was what originally caught my eye when I was looking at it online the day that I ordered it.
Wild Leap. I like that.
This is the type of animal Hyro says he will run butt naked by in the middle of the herd.
I wouldn't run by. I'd fight. I'd fight everything. That's my life. The whole point, maybe just to see if it come full charge and see if I can grab it by the horns. It's just like I pull it down. It'd probably flip me before I'd even try.
Bro, it really has a strong hoppiness smell to it.
Ooh. Ooh. That's not bad.
No,
No. No, 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 no. I would say definitely a lot of those fruity notes that they're talking about.
that minor pineapple
I feel
flavors
like
there.
they're very good at trying to bringing a bunch of flavors at once. When they talk about it has this. No, it's
What's
like I
weird
can taste
is
it, but
the smell almost didn't make me
very
want to.
pineapple. Yeah,
Yeah, the smell was really
I
strong
love pineapple.
at first.
Love me some pineapple. Pen
You know,
pineapple apple pen.
that's I think that's gonna be the next canned chicken that I attempt to do is gonna be with that pineapple soda.
Piña.
Ubiña. I don't know, man. What would you give this beer?
Ooh,
This one is
I'm still in the beginning stages, but I would say this is a 3.5 so far. I
that's
do enjoy this. Very citrusy. Uh, Definitely has a lot of the notes they're talking about with the other fruits for it. Like it's not bad for an IPA.
not bad. Not bad for a Georgia IPA.
I feel like we can definitely use this to make a beer can chicken.
Oh, for sure.
Chen, what do you think? Chen gives it a 4.
Damn. Okay.
Damn, Chen's an IPA man.
I've been noticing that. He
Yeah,
definitely likes
yeah,
IPAs more than he likes stouts.
yeah.
Stouts is
Lately, the stouts that we had have not been that.
the last four have not been in our favor.
They've been syrupy.
They've been thick.
That's the thick boy.
Thick boy. They've been thick. They've been thick and heavy.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
I mean, this is definitely a nice hazy IPA. I think that, if we would have had this sooner on when I got this beer, this was part of my early spring ordering. So I had it sitting there for about 2 months.
We're
Yeah, ain't gonna lie.
still trying to get through them. Tavor sponsorship, but
All of these beers were ordered from Tavor. So first beer of tonight's evening, which was the sour Paxki, was from Wisconsin. This next beer we are currently
Wisconsin.
on, the Alpha Abstraction, is from Georgia.
Georgia,
Georgia.
Georgia, Georgia.
Lagrange wrote Georgia,
Dun, 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 dun.
but not bad
Lagrange.
for a hazy, hoppy, and juicy IPA.
This is
double
actually
IPA.
very good though. Really like this. What's your number on this?
I gave it a 3.6.
3.6. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Not bad. I can keep this IPA in my fridge. It's just a smell at first before you taste it.
I
That
like the
kind of
smell.
kicked me off a little bit.
Like the smell.
And maybe it's because my nose was still accustomed to the notes from the prior beer, which had that fruity smell to it, even though
Fair.
it was a sour. But the notes on this one, the hoppiness really stood out right from the beginning before I even tasted it. And then when I tasted it, it was a whole lot smoother than what I was expecting to get hit by based on the smell. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not. But I like that smell. It's very. It smells like pineapple. Like straight up, it smells like pineapple. I love pineapples. Pen
Nice
pineapple,
chunks.
apple pen. Sorry.
Nice chunks of pineapples.
Nice chunks of pineapple.
Not everybody can have pineapples, bro.
Yeah. I
feel
have
the same.
friends that are like allergic to mango, and you know how we have so much mangoes all over the place.
If there is one fruit that I love, it is the pineapple.
I love me a good
And
pineapple.
my
I'm
scenario,
a pineapple person. I'm a fruit person. I love fruit. Period. Like una fruta. Like
frutica.
I love sitting there and just um straight up like a good mango, just slicing one up. Pineapple, making una batida.
But see, most people
And
say
like
that pineapple is too acidic, so
it is. That's why you have this weird feeling. The whole point. So pineapple tries to eat you.
Aye.
Yeah, that's why if you eat pineapple, you have this weird feeling, like kind of like this, like kind of like bite to it, or like it's like biting you. Hey, pineapple actually tries to eat you.
To me, this is just me. No one else in my family has this issue, but in my scenario, we start having fruits, and it can be a basic fruit. It can be a freaking banana for all I give a shit.
Banana.
My lips begin to swell.
Really?
If I have any sort of cut on my lip that's already there, wherever that fruit makes contact with it is going to begin to slightly swell up.
Have
My
you ever had
mouth
like an
begins to slightly
allergy test?
itch.
Like one of those allergy tests to see if you're allergic to
No,
certain
I
things?
haven't gotten to do that little tattoo looking thing.
Yeah, I've gotten it multiple. Mine is exactly what I thought it was. So like I was fine. I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to.
I know I'm definitely not allergic to dogs, as you can see. I'm covered in dog hair at this moment.
I am not allergic to dogs. I
'Cause,
love dogs. Not to say I don't hate cats, but I've always been a dog person.
I had a 100-pound 4-legged companion snoring right next to me as I was watching TV before coming over.
You took a nice little nap after.
Oh hell yeah! I power nap before coming over here, bro.
Bruh,
You, on the other hand, you were sitting on the throne.
No, I was knocked out and then sitting on the throne, then knocked out again, then sat on the throne.
It's got a strong taste to it, bro.
It does. It does. It is.
It's got a strong taste
It's
to it.
definitely a double IPA.
It's probably one of the strongest double IPAs I feel we've had. And I'm very interested in this closer because this next closer, we've had beers from them before.
Oh, really? Have we?
Oh, yeah. This next closer is a barley wine. So
Oh, barley.
the barley wine.
I don't think we've had a good barley.
Nope.
Like
last
every
barley
time
wine
we've
had
had,
in here,
everyone has just given a bad rating to barley wines, which I like barley wines.
we've only had one so far.
Barley wines? No, I thought we
No,
had.
we've had
like,
two. We've had two.
Yeah, we had more than one. Definitely
many moons ago, but from this brewery, this will be our first barley wine. This will not be our first beer from this brewery that's coming up. This next brewery up is called Firestone Walker Brewing Company over from Paso Robles in California.
California.
Remember that beer we had that even Chris loved it?
Chris.
Cress.
Cress. His name is Cress now.
Oi.
Like next time he comes in, I'm like, hey, Cress. I'm gonna say his name like if I'm some like Swedish person. I don't know, like something Danish. Actually, no, Danish. Sounds like Cress. German way of saying Chris. It's Cress.
I would need to look it up in my notes to remember the exact name of that beer, but it was from the same brewery, and we had given it. It was called the Monkey something. I can't remember the full name of it. God damn it,
Monkey.
But it was definitely in that 4.5.
Monkey.
It was definitely in the 4.5 plus rating. All of us loved that beer.
Ooh.
It was another beer that we had gotten from Tavor.
Ooh. From Tavor.
Yeah.
We still have a couple beers that I have from Tavor that we need to bring in.
Yeah, bro. I keep on forgetting to tell you to bring those.
Well,
remind me
bring
which
it
ones.
with the Austrian stuff I got. How about that?
It was called the Whistle Monkey.
Oh.
The Whistle Monkey was the one that we had from the same brewery, and it was a
It's
Belgian quadruple.
I can't whistle. Never been able to whistle. Just bunch of air going through my lips and no sound. I don't know why. I got big ass lips, but it's fine. Like, fuck you. I've been trying. Everyone's
my
like,
grandfather-
oh, but like, have you tried? I'm like,
No.
like every time someone comes up to me, is like, have you tried? I'm like, bitch, I've been doing this my whole goddamn life, and I still can't whistle. Right? I've done this. I've done everything. I can't whistle. It is what it is. I'm loud, and that's what you get.
My good old grandfather, rest in peace, used to whistle, putting the whole 2-finger method in the mouth.
That's most
people that I see whistle like this. He would whistle at you, and he will flick you off simultaneously.
Oh, he did the.
He would do the.
I've seen people do that a lot too. To be honest,
as he whistled like that,
yeah.
you
So
hear,
they
you
put,
can hear that shit 150 yards out without an issue. But he was
their ring
simultaneously
finger
flicking,
and their forefinger.
yeah, simultaneously flicking you off at the same time.
I've seen people do that. People do that. I have not been able to do any type of that. I'm just loud. I can fucking yell your name for a fucking mile away. Just be like, Carlo!
From 5,400 plus feet away.
Hey.
Yeah, now we're talking about distance. What's y'all opinion on this submarine issue?
Oh my gosh.
Bro, I've been looking at the news and I find it wild that you.
It's technically they're in the last like few hours. So today's Wednesday. This happened Sunday. They had 90 plus hours.
about 96 hours worth of
70,
oxygen.
90, yeah. Um,
Their breaking time
so
will be.
they are in their last bit of air.
They've supposedly have heard sounds under the water.
Yes, they
But
heard like signs of life. It
They
just
have-
depends if they can get to it. It's going in certain depths that still make it
mean-
hard. You know, it's not easy.
realistically speaking, right? We're talking about 13,000 feet underwater. There is absolutely no light at 13,000 feet underwater.
Yeah,
That's just all black.
it gets black really fast underwater.
For fun facts, the Statue of Liberty is right over about 370 feet.
I jumped off that.
Um,
No kidding. I did not jump off the Statue of
The
Liberty.
Eiffel Tower is right under 1,000 feet.
Mhm.
The enormous building in Dubai
Oh yeah.
is right under 3,000 feet.
What was that, Chen?
Burj
Khalifa.
There you go. The Burj Khalifa in Dubai is right under 3,000 feet.
Because Chen goes to Dubai all the time. Just let
The
you know,
Grand
Chen.
Canyon is right at about 6,000 feet at its deepest point. So we're talking about
Almost fell in the Grand Canyon. No, I
We're
remember. Drunk ass me.
Mm,
We had that conversation.
we did have that conversation. We're talking about almost 2.5 times the Grand Canyon depth.
And underwater with that pressure, that's what makes it even hard. Like, just the fact. So I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, oh, it's controlled by a controller. What? And it's like, look, it doesn't matter. Like, technology is technology. People can use a controller to control something.
You're right.
Like, oh, it's a $30. Like, what do you expect them to fucking make it at? Like, I'm like, it is what it is. Like, they were able to do that before these people went underwater. They were doing that with that controller before that. Something else probably failed. Like, that's the risk you take when you do something like that. And it's something that I would love doing, and I would probably still do, even though what happened recently.
My only feedback to a scenario like this would be that and I don't know.
But it's $250,000 for each person, so I'd probably never.
Yeah,
Boo.
no,
Unless
first of all, I
y'all
would've-
make us rich, then
I would not.
I'll be like, but I thought
pay
you're going with me. You're gonna be like,
$250,000 to go see the Titanic. But realistically speaking, have you seen photos of this thing? It just looks like a massive tank.
Yeah.
Of empty space. There's no cushioning. There's no bathroom. There's nothing in there.
Yeah, you can't have too much. They try to keep it as minimal as possible.
Realistically speaking, that shit should have at least a fucking bathroom, because it takes you 8 hours from the moment you enter the water just to get to the ship.
You hold it, bro.
Cojones,
Just
I
like
gotta
what-
take a shit in my 8 hours. I'm gonna have to take a shit
Bro,
somewhere.
I shit in the morning, and I'm able to shit the next morning, so I'm fine.
No.
Normally,
the
unlike
whole
today.
excursion,
But
the whole excursion, realistically, we're talking about a 16 to 20-hour tour.
Yeah.
We're now talking about they're approaching 96 hours of being stuck on the water at 13,000
they
feet.
probably have like a buck. They have probably something.
Or they're shitting in the back corner.
But that's probably the least of their worries. They're probably like normally like anything. If we were stuck into something like that, we definitely would figure out like, hey, look, that because it's definitely tighter than this room, and just even like, hey, look, that's the bathroom over there. That's
Mhm.
where you go. Because you can't open anything. You can't like it's gonna smell like it because you're just stuck there with it. Just like that's where your pee pee
I mean,
pooing.
eventually at one point, you're going to lose sense of smell. You're going to get used to it from just being right next to it.
You are.
You know?
You are. Oh, I've been certain situations that I
Uh-huh.
had to deal with that shit for a while. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I get you. I get you. Let's not go into detail. Anyways, let's move on over to California here. Let's go to
California.
Paso Robles, Cali, to Firestone Walker Brewing Company. I'm ready to taste out Houses in Motion.
Houses in Motion. That's the name of it.
That's the name of this barley wine. All right. I'll get the other one out because I'm going to put this one in front of the camera. And god damn it, you brought your bottle opener, right?
I did not.
Oh,
Damn, today I did. We have one though, right, Chen? Huh?
Oh?
Bottle opener? You still got the one in the crib, right? In the studio. No, just a bottle opener.
Yeah.
Standard. Ooh. Firestone. This actually looks pretty fancy. I like the way they have their bottle. This is very like I feel like we're drinking this in like the 1800s for some reason. Just because like I don't know if you've seen this,
Simple and basic, yet.
but look at the
Oh
writing.
no, no,
Like
no,
that
yeah.
that looks like I'm about it.
The lid.
Yeah, like that. Like that.
The lid is actually really nice too. Now, Firestone Brewing Company was established back in 1996.
Beer before glory.
And
Under
on
the
the
cap.
bottom, under the cap, they have beer before glory. I gotta hand it to them. That is
that I definitely would get that tattooed on myself.
Houses in Motion,
before
vintage
glory.
beer. Interesting. They even tell you which yeast, what color. Nice. Very classic look to it. I gotta hand it to him. Chen, I don't know if you're gonna like this.
Chen's gonna like what we give him. Chen, you drink. Just for you, Chen. Oh my. Remember, Chen, you already learned. Sometimes you might not like the smell. The taste is different. Ooh, I like that smell.
The smell, I don't find the smell to be that bad.
I think it's because it smells like a stout.
It's
A lot of the very syrupy stouts that we've had smelled like this.
it's
Damn, Chen. You don't like it?
damn, Chen went.
Damn, you drank the whole thing really quick. I didn't even take a sip before.
Ooh, Chen gave it a
Oof.
low number. All right.
He just said it smelled like old, like tastes like old tea.
Old tea. All right. Any cinnamon in there at all? Any vanilla? Any oakiness? Did you feel like it was
I like this.
it chewy?
It's chewy. Actually, you need to take a taste of this. I actually like this. I'm about this.
Somebody likes it. It's not
I don't know about this 2.5 from Chen. I think Chen and I are gonna have a fight.
Yeah, I don't know about that 2.5.
I like it. I feel like it's because it probably has that stout taste that you do not like.
I think for him, it's more of that barrel aged taste to it that
it's like a wood old tea
Yeah, he's talking about
He's
this
not about it.
wood old tea type of taste for him. Even though I say Chen needs his own mic, because I don't need to be talking for him the whole time. Oi.
reply back to that last comment up there on the chat. Emergency radio is definitely a smart idea as well. Yes.
Yeah, talking about hurricane season.
We're
We're in the rainy season, but we're who knows? We might get things. I don't know what anyone believes out there, but we can feel when things change. It might be a hurricane a little earlier than normal, hitting us.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is. We've been,
But
in
also, we've
in
been
a
good
dormant
because
state too long.
Its trajectory has been definitely away from Miami.
Yeah, we've definitely been in a dormant
Which
state.
also shows a change because we've been in trajectory all the times we've been here.
Mhm.
When I moved here from New York, first hurricane I got to feel, Hurricane Andrew.
Damn.
Yeah.
The first one you got to feel was
yeah.
probably one of the worst ones.
We moved in a week before the hurricane hit.
Holy shit.
I didn't know what the fuck a hurricane was. And a week after was my birthday.
You got hit by one of the hardest hurricanes Florida's been known to get hit by.
Yeah.
In the last 70 years.
And fortunately,
there was one as bad.
There
was one recorded as bad as Andrew, but it was in the, if I'm not mistaken, the late 30s.
So luckily, For us, because we were moving here, our house was not built yet, so we were living up in Fontainebleau
Okay. In Wichita.
in Westchester. Actually, I was actually a block up from Ruben Dario and Stirrup Elementary.
Okay. All right.
Just because we came down and we were expecting the house to be ready, it wasn't ready, so we got the time is easy just to rent and wait for the house to be ready, which was a year later or a little longer because you know where we live now. That area was that whole area of Richmond Perrine.
It was just farmlands.
Yeah, and not only that, no, the houses over there eliminated
Oh yeah, no, that whole
because
area.
yeah.
I lived in that area when Hurricane Andrew hit.
So I
I
think
lived
our house
in-
was being built, but it wasn't finished, but it smashed everything, and we had to wait another. I think
I may be wrong.
we moved
because
here a year and a
when
half.
Hurricane Andrew hit Florida, I was 7 years old. So what I saw through my eyes may have been a regular chimp, but through my eyes looked like a freaking
Through
gorilla.
my eyes.
All right. I was literally in my front lawn after the storm. Most of the palm trees got knocked forward away from the house. So the whole road was closed. You had to pick up almost 17 palm trees just to get through there. But not far from where I used to live is Monkey Jungle.
Oh yeah, because we live around the same areas.
Not far from where I lived was Monkey
It's
Jungle.
just you lived in this area longer than I have.
And Monkey Jungle apparently couldn't evacuate all of the monkeys. And when I say monkeys, they can be any breed,
Pobrecitos.
any
Yeah.
kind.
It can be any chimp.
Through my 7-year-old eyes at that time, what I saw running down my street was a freaking gorilla. All right.
I'm sure they didn't have a gorilla, but that's kind of funny.
And it was just jumping over one palm tree, over to the next, and it was just going forward.
Watch it be just like your next door neighbor, just going through.
Hey, could have been. I definitely learned how to use an axe at 7 years old. I
would
already
say
have the hiccups here, bro.
during the hurricane, during Andrew, my older brother and I would open the sliding door.
Oh,
We were living in a condo. So we were just opening it up. 'Cause remember, we
mierda.
came from New York. Like, we didn't know what the fuck
I
a
had
hurricane
no
was.
idea what the hell hurricane was.
We knew what a blizzard was. We dealt with the cold. That's why one of the things I tell people was like, I love the cold. I can deal with cold perfectly fine. People will see me, it was like, make it cold. And I'm normally the person that likes the coldest, even though I'm like, I can handle any temperature. I'm not gonna complain with you if you have it at 90 or you have it like below 30. I'm gonna be happy either way with the same clothes you see me right now.
It just
But,
takes
like,
some time to adapt.
We
to it.
came in here like we were just opening, like we kept
bro.
open the sliding door. And my parents would freak out because my parents knew what a hurricane was. I did it. Like, I was
let
like,
me
what the fuck
let me
is a
describe
hurricane?
it to you guys this way. For
Like
those of
the
you,
only hurricane that ever hit New York was like recently. Like there was no hurricanes that hit New York when I was born in the 80s.
there was a nursery in front of my house when I was that age. The owner of the nursery had a massive mansion right next to the nursery, and it was that type of mansion that
once
was
you say
built
nursery, that's ahí aquí mito in the Redlands, right?
right. And the mansion that was right next to the nursery had like this, old castle looking design. It had the whole column type thing in one of the corners. The house was gone. That house was no longer there.
Oh my God.
The only reason my house stood up and stayed standing, from what I can remember, one, it's surrounded by trees. So most of the trees, even though they may have fallen, some did not fall. They
Protected your house.
They broke a lot of the pressure of the wind. The house also was designed by some crazy Germans during the 70s, and that roof was reinforced for a hurricane, guaranteed. So having proper reinforcement up inside your 2x4s inside the attic, smart move to do.
100.
No. All right.
Yeah.
What are we going to rate this beer?
Oh yeah. So Chen already gave his. He gave it a 5. I'm kidding. 2.5.
He gave it a
From Jen.
2.5.
I'm at a 3.
I'm not
It's
that
like-
far off.
like,
I
I don't-
actually,
It has a good caramel kind of taste to it. Yeah. Caramel.
we wouldn't have had 6 beers earlier this afternoon. and my stomach didn't have 20 million things inside of it right
Welcome to Outdoors Brews and Barbecue, where your boys just drink a lot.
now. I'm gonna give it 3.25.
3.25.
I'm gonna give it
3.2, 3.3.
3.3. That's right. We gotta go by.
Okay, yeah. No more 2.5, Pablo.
That's right. There's no more 2.5. I'm gonna give it a 3.3. I like that barrel taste to it.
I like it too.
I
A
like.
3 is a good. I always tell people, hey, look, a 3 is not a bad number. It's just a good, like, it's a solid, decent. I feel like it's like, hey, look, I can drink this. I'm not gonna fight this. You give this to me, I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna have a good time drinking it. But would I drink it with anything else? Would be like my common day. Like, no, not my common. Like, oh, I'm gonna have this with a bunch. Like, no. But not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at 3.3.
Because you know what? Sometimes just our people out there drinking some of these beers. It's the
For
drink the
those of
beer.
you who listen, bro, out there, please send any recommendations. What would you grill for your summer?
Oh my gosh, yes.
And as we
Especially
approach,
if you're from another country, we want to see the type of grilling you do.
yeah,
We would love to see photos.
I think that the time of the year and where most of America grills the most is definitely during the summer, and especially around the 4th of July, we go crazy around a barbecue. So if you
Yeah,
guys have
yeah.
any grill recommendations you want to see
Summertime,
get
yeah, see
posted up,
this.
for sure send us some recommendations at Outdoors Brews and BBQ on Instagram, or you can follow us also on Twitter at Outdoor Brews BBQ.
BBQ.
You got any
'cause
last comments?
barbecue.
Because my ass is ready to go.
Oi.
I need a piss.
Nah. I think we are good. It was a great show.
Thank you all for chatting in. For those of you who did chat in, get ready for that hurricane season if you live down here in South Florida
If
or
not,
in any of the southern states around the Atlantic and the Gulf.
pray for us.
I know Louisiana's been hit a couple times pretty hard
Yeah.
in the last 10 years.
Duro.
So any of those states that meet and greet with the Gulf and the Atlantic, for sure, prep as we do approach hurricane season of 2023. Anyways, that is it for Outdoors Brews and Barbecue. Until the next episode.
Peace.
Later.